Are y'all ready for the Dr. James JC Cooley Show? It's your life. That's right. It's your life with Dr. James JC Cooley.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore them or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
Yeah. Dr. James JC Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley. But, like I always tell you, we got the real host. And anytime we're talking about 360-degree health, and that would be no other than Dr. Michael Mantel. How you doing, sir?
Doing great. I was away for a couple of weeks. We were celebrating the wedding of our granddaughter.
Yeah, hold that. Let's get all other platforms working at the same time. So I'll tell you what, hey, Toddy, we got an absolutely great show. Let's lock in all the platforms at the same time. Hey, Todd, we're having the same problem we had last week. But, same problems that we had last week. But I tell you what, hey, so how you doing today, Dr. Michael Mantel?
I'm doing great. I was just sharing with you. We had two beautiful celebrations. That's why I was away for a couple of weeks. My granddaughter got married. Our grandson had their first grandchild.
Yeah.
Our first great grandchild. Wow.
So I tell you what, I had to properly introduce the show because we didn't do the radio portion right. Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley. And as you know, 360-degree health, the link is what you think. So we got the one and only Dr. Michael Mantel here today. and he has already did it again with this guest that we just talked to in the green room. So how you doing, Dr. Michael Mantel?
Doing great, doing great. I'm not sure if you heard what I said earlier, but we were celebrating the wedding of our granddaughter and the birth of our first great grandchild. And with all that, it was just wonderful. But I'm so glad to be back today with this very special guest.
Wow, I'm excited, man, because I miss you, Doc. Yeah, I mean, you've been thoroughly missed, and
We
you
missed
cannot
you.
be away from us that long.
Well, I'll have to tell my family.
Because we have to educate the world. We have to educate the world. So how you doing, Doctor Cooley? How you doing?
I'm doing good, James. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm excited to bring on this absolutely fantastic guest to talk about some of the things that related to the brain. Also to talk about her great book. So Michelle, can you do the honors by introducing the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely fantastic guest?
Yes, well, it is 360-degree Health Day, and the title of today's show is Reset Your Brain, Beat Stress, Sleep Better, Perform Smarter. And we're having a sit-down conversation with Dr. Katrina J. Banks, PT, DPT, NCS, and she will tell you what those means. She's a board-certified neurologic clinical specialist and neuro brain wellness expert. She's going to discuss the hidden cost of stress on the brain, sleep as your secret superpower, Neuro-Reset Model, technology meets brain health. Dr. Banks is the founder of Neurologic Optimal Wellness LLC, a neurobrain wellness center helping you tap into your brain's full potential. Dr. Banks is at the forefront of brain health innovation, specializing in comprehensive brain health assessments and personalized consultations that help clients understand and optimize sleep, stress, anxiety, and their cognitive function. She integrates advanced neurotechnology such as brain tap along with neurophysical therapy and targeted stress reduction strategies to support brain body balance and improve mental clarity. With a deep commitment to holistic healing and clinical excellence, Dr. Banks is dedicated to transforming lives through proactive brain wellness and evidence-informed care. She's also the author of Rest is Power, Rewire Your Brain, Reclaim Your Clarity, and Lead Without Losing Yourself. Please welcome to the show for the very first time, Dr. Katrina J. Banks.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Where are you located at? I didn't get that. San Diego. Which state?
I am located in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Other side of the country.
Yes.
This is truly
cold
national.
So we are very excited to have you on the show today. A lot of things that we talk about on 360 Health, you know, is so educational, so interactive to our viewers and our listeners. And the topic that we talk about today is just going to be even more enhancing because the brain, everything is related to the brain, and yeah, it's related to the brain, and so first of all, I always start out with the first question. Can you tell our viewers and our listeners, you know, where you from? What makes you click? Why you so passionate about what you do? And when did you first get interested in pursuing the professional as a physician about the brain?
So my name is Dr. Katrina Banks. I am originally from Springfield, Massachusetts, and I love working with people and just educating them on health because I've been in the field almost 20 years now, and I just see a lot of people making the same mistakes when a lot of things can be, preventative, and they just go about their merry way and things happen. And then they're like, oh, what do I do now? So I got into physical therapy. My aunt had a stroke when I was in high school, and I was very intrigued about why she had right-sided weakness and she had this slurred speech. And I was just really confused at that time. It was it was a very hectic time. And once we got her into physical therapy, I started to understand how they were treating her brain, what techniques they were doing to get her walking, and they eventually got her home. So I was intrigued with that, and I ran with it and ended up becoming a physical therapist maybe like 10 years later, and just love the neural population. The brain is so fascinating. And the beauty of it is that you can rewire the brain at any age. And especially if you do it with intention. And just doing that and knowing that, I just got creative with working with clients. They like open up to me. Like I just have a great relationship with everybody that I work with. And just thinking outside the box and getting to know them. And they're like, yeah, I don't sleep well. I'm not eating well. What are we going to do about it? You know, and just having those conversations just kind of lit me up to say, you know what, I really got to focus on brain health and get people to see that they can rewire their brain and they still can have a quality of life.
And that's what attracted me, by the way, Dr. Branks, to invite you on the show, because you strike me as an out-of-the-box thinker.
Thank you.
Book Rest is Power is phenomenal. I recommend everyone grab a copy of it, read it, memorize it, but mostly put it into practice. So listeners who don't know you yet, and they will over this course of this hour, tell us what brain first wellness actually means.
Knowing that your brain is your control center. So if your brain shuts down, you don't have function. You don't have a quality of life. So when I drill that into people's minds, they're like, oh, it doesn't click at first, because in Western medicine, people go to the doctor. Oh, I'm not feeling well. They're giving you a pill. You're not sleeping well. They're giving you a pill. You have anxiety. They're giving you a pill. They're not giving you the real reason of why you're feeling these symptoms. Well, it all stems from the brain. If the brain is not working as it should, then you're not going to be in a good place. So that's what I teach people first. Your brain is the control center. I need you to understand that first, and then we can figure out how do we navigate to get you to where you need to be.
Now, your work blends physical therapy. By the way, for our audience, you have to say, look at your name, Dr. Katrina J. Banks, PT, DPT, and NCS. Tell us what those fancy initials stand for.
So PT is for physical therapy. DPT, I received a doctorate in physical therapy, so that's DPT. And then I became board certified as a neurologic clinical specialist. So I am all things brain. Anything neuro, I'm like a geek in all of that.
So now your work obviously combines these things: physical therapy, coaching.
Yes.
I'm kidding you before about being a therapist of sorts, neuro training. How does this multidisciplinary approach accelerate results for your patients, your clients?
So one, as a practitioner, you have to be a good listener, and people want to be listened to. So once they have a safe space where they're going to be able to be listened to and have their problems out on the table, then it's so much easier. People will start listening because they've been to several other people, and I'm not knocking any other practitioners, but they've been to several other people that just didn't really pay attention or just shoved them out the door after 15 minutes. So just being able to create a safe space for them and, keep things simple when educating them in layman's terms so that it makes sense to them, people gravitate and they're like, oh, this makes sense. And now that I do brain health assessments and can show them concrete information about how their nervous system is activating, it's like their mind is blown. They're like, whoa, nobody's ever shown me this, ever.
Right. And you bring mental clarity, stress, sleep, and overload into it. We have 1 minute left, and JC's coming in to tell us that. But I want to get into this notion of that you work with executives who are overwhelmed and anxious and burned out. These are high-performing people. And we want to get into what's happening in their brains at a physiological level that's causing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a station break right now, and I tell you what, whichever platform that you're watching us on, whether it's E36 television, transfer TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Rumble, over 85 platform, welcome to the show. If you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform you're watching us on, and just go to the comments. Or pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly.
A Black Man's Point of View is the newest Amazon.
Dr. James JC Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life.
The future is here. Now is the time to pursue the greatness in you. Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith meets future. We are a fully accredited, 100% online Christian university. We offer bachelor's degree, master's and doctorate degree programs, built for students like you. Affordable tuitions, 30+ degree programs, 100% online and flexible. Integrating faith with learning. Study from anywhere at your pace. At VCU, we do not just prepare you for a degree. We prepare you for purpose. Discover who you are. Grow in faith. And build a future that impacts the world.
Are you ready to start your journey today?
Visit www.viridianchristianuniversity.com. Apply today and be among the global leaders.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right.
Hello, welcome back to
It's your life.
We got to get on. We're gonna get on target in a minute. Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you, we're having this great conversation. With Dr. Katrina J. Banks, and as you already know, the man of the hour on 360 Degree Health is the one and only Dr. Michael Mantel. And today we're talking about reset your brain, beat stress, sleep better, and perform smarter. So with that being said, Dr. Banks, why did you choose to talk about that topic today?
Brain health. So brain health is so important. I feel like the brain is often left behind. I feel like everybody, with the way Western medicine is, it's all about treating just symptoms. Nobody's looking at the root cause of what could be happening. So brain health comes to the forefront. And I feel like there needs to be more spotlight on brain health so that people are more aware that it is their brain that is an issue and that they need a neurological reset so that they can be better, so that they can literally have a quality of life.
And you work with very high performing people, executives and others as well. who are overwhelmed, anxious, physicians. We talk about burnout all of the time. What's happening in their brains at a physiological level?
So what's happening? You have to remember that stress is not in your head. It is basically a brain body event driven by hormones, neural circuits, and survival wiring. So I'm going to break it down a little bit more. So the amygdala takes over, which is our fear center activation. And when you perceive a threat, so it could be a deadline, conflict, overwhelm, the amygdala fires first. So this activates that fight or flight system before you consciously even think. So those physiological changes include the amygdala signals danger, the prefrontal cortex looks at logic and decision making, that gets suppressed. The emotional reactivity increases, your thoughts race, and you become more impulsive. So then you're less strategic. So this is why stressed people snap, they freeze, or they can't think clearly.
Yeah.
And that's just one section of that breakdown.
Here's where you and I braid together. You said when the amygdala, the brain perceives a threat of some kind.
Yes.
Meaning when the brain thinks.
Mhm.
If someone's lying in a coma and they have a deadline, they're not stressing. The amygdala is not working. They're not thinking.
Nope.
So we need to help people think about these deadlines and these pressures and so forth. And that's a lot of what you do. And we'll talk about how the physical work you do helps that as well. But I'm curious, you help people reclaim clarity and calm and control. If someone is stuck in a stress mode from wherever it originated, right now, as they're listening to you, what's the first lever you help them pull?
So the first thing I would do is I want to show them on paper that they're stressed. Because you really can't pinpoint stress, but if they see it concretely, they're like, oh wow, I have a black brain. Like my neural test will show you how bad your brain is. So that's like the first step is like, okay, I got to do something about this. Once they see it, then it's like, okay, now I'm using this neural technology that helps rewire your brain called brain tap. And it's really cool because it literally is a 20-minute session. You put this headset on and it really literally just it's like brain fitness. It's like exercising your brain basically. And it's so simple to do.
And they do it with you they do it with you in a session.
Yes, it is a session. I've kind of set up my program where I'm more digital, I'm virtual. So people buy the headset and I literally create the protocols on what I want them to do within the app so that they really get great results with it.
So what are some of the other micro signals, if you will, of cognitive overload that people miss until it's too late?
I would say the cognition, like being forgetful. They may walk into a room and not realize why they are in there. They may be rereading the same paragraphs when they're reading something, and then they just chalk it up to, it's just a busy season. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Those little things that we just kind of skip over is a problem.
Yeah.
A big problem.
Amazing. So the book I mentioned before, it's the Power of Rest.
Mm-hmm.
Your book introduces the Neuro-Reset Method, it's called.
Yes.
What is it in very simple terms? What is the Neuro-Reset Method?
So basically, I want people to be aware of what's going on with their body. So if I can tell them, if they can be aware that, okay, I don't sleep, I got a black brain, the next component of that is, okay, now I need to do something about this. So now we're going to focus on creating a new routine that may include eating better, that may include your brain tap sessions, that may include your whole new routine with sleep, going to bed earlier, turning off the lights, creating an aroma so that you can power down. Those are things that the awareness, and then doing something about it, and then monitoring how you're doing. That's basically what the Neuro-Reset is about.
For those people who don't have the privilege of working with you as patients or clients, I think many people think rest means sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You argue that sleep and rest are different.
Yes,
how so?
They are.
Tell us how they are.
So rest, most people perceive rest as, they're hanging out on the sofa, they're scrolling, they're not doing they're not working, but they're scrolling, they're watching TV. Your brain is still on. Even though you're resting, your brain is still on. Recovery is literally allowing your brain to shut down and regenerate. So grounding, like going outside, getting fresh air, letting your brain just be in a calm state. That's the difference between rest and recovery. And that's something I teach a lot because people don't understand the difference.
Yeah, no, I think it's a major difference. And I don't think the average person ever puts that together.
No.
So what daily practices do you find create a lasting change, a lasting reset, rather than a temporary recharge?
So I would say with all my clients, everybody's different. So I get to know what their routine is, figure out what we need to change. But honestly, it's just really creating that routine. It could be the morning routine, it could be the night routine, and being able to journal like how you're feeling. Sometimes I'll tell clients to do a brain dump and just write out things that are bothering you to get it off your chest, get it off your brain. Getting people to do brain tap sessions regularly so that they're rewiring their brain consistently. Taking a walk between, during the day at lunchtime, so they're not sitting at their desk the whole time. Just learning like what their needs are, what their wants are, and then including it in their plan of care. It's got to be what they want to do. So I just kind of listen to what they need, and then we incorporate it. But it's really creating that routine so that they really get lasting results.
We're going to talk about brain tap in our next segment. But just real quickly, how can leaders who are high performance people, lots of pressure on them, how can they bring the rest you're talking about into their world of work, in their organization?
So I think that they should incorporate more corporate wellness activities so that their organization as a whole can get this education where they are sitting in a webinar, which I'm going to be doing in a couple of weeks, just educating them about rest and burnout and how it affects their return on investment, their productivity, how they're making their money, and being able to provide them that data. I think that's super important for them.
The average leader doesn't think that rest is a leadership skill. And you're teaching that this is a leadership skill.
Yes, it is.
And what change do you see in the workplaces where you've brought this?
That they are more aware that sleep is important for return on investment, for productivity, especially if they have projects that they need to have done. They need to incorporate sleep a lot more, or encourage their employees to incorporate rest and take their PTO.
Good.
I tell you, we got a break coming up, but this is so interesting. Got a couple of questions when we get back, because I have a major problem with being able to sleep. So I tell you what, whichever platform that you're watching us on, whether it's E360 television, transfer TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and 84 other platforms, welcome to the show. If you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform, the comments, ask any question that you might have, or pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life. And the link is what you think. That's coming up shortly as well.
At Viridian Christian University, we believe education.
Your life.
I'm Dr. Michelle Cooley. Heart disease research saves lives. It's that simple. Thanks to medical advancements funded by the American Heart Association, more women are surviving heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases than ever before. But there's still so much work to do.
Hi, I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and I'm raising funds to support life-saving research because every heartbeat is worth fighting for. In honor of Women's History Month, please join me in support of the American Heart Association and women's health.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
It's your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. That's right. It's Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life show.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you what, I look forward to Tuesdays because I know that we are going to learn so much, and the world is going to learn so much. Because, like I always tell you, and you already know, Dr. Mike, I think we've been doing this for 3 years now.
Unbelievable. Very rarely do we miss a Tuesday unless I'm going away or you guys are going away, but it's been that long and it's incredible. We have been educating audiences all around the world that long for their health. What's more important than health? I don't know. Nothing.
It's that, and when what's more important than sleep?
Well, let's see if we can help Dr. Banks. Let's see if we can help Dr. James J.C. Cooley with his sleep. I'll let you, Dr. Banks, take over on this one.
Well, hold on. Let me show this short video. Let me show this short video first. We're gonna show a short video, Dr. Banks, and then we're gonna come back and to the scene. Here we go.
I've been combining my neurotherapy expertise with brain tap. So I had the stroke patient, very young too, like maybe late 40s, early 50s, had a stroke that really affected her emotional regulation. So always crying, always anxious, upset. So I actually said, you know what, let me see what your brain health looks like. I want to see holistically how you're doing as a person. So we did her brain health assessment, and her stress was really high. Her thinking was a little bit off. But when I see people with neuro disorders, their backup system is kicked in. Like their nervous system is out of whack. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to do our neurotherapy stuff, but we're also going to have you do some stress relief stuff on the brain tap. Yep. And we did one session. Like her first day, I had her do the brain tap first before we did our session together. And she was like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better.
Wow.
Like she was like, I feel like a new person.
Wow. That was great. As what Dr. Mike Mantel said was, I do have challenges sleeping, and sometimes we get addicted to sleeping medicine. And I've been trying to weed myself off of those things. What are some suggestions that you might have to help me? Just reset where I don't need any medicines at all or very little medicines.
I got the answer. We need to do a brain health assessment. I can probably already tell you that your delta wave, which is your sleep wave, is going to be pretty high, which tells me that you do not sleep through the night. You get up several times a night?
I do.
Yes. Yes. And so you're not getting REM sleep, which means when you don't get REM sleep, you don't get rid of neurotoxins that allow you to be clear in the morning or to have a productive day the following day and be productive. So that's what the neural technology Brain Tap does. I discovered Brain Tap 2.5 years ago, and I kind of kept it a secret for about a year because I wanted to do the research and try it on myself and kind of figure it out. And I did. And I said, you know what? I got to implement this in my clinic because this just really helps out my neural clientele and my clients, my high performing clients that aren't sleeping and they want to do better. So what Brain Tap does is it's basically combines audio, how do I want to say it? Audio brainwave entrainment, guided relaxation, and light stimulation to help guide your brain waves into a more desired state. So the beauty of it is with Brain Tap, I can finagle with the delta wave. So there's so much on the app that you can do, but I primarily focus on sleep and stress. But I can finagle with that delta wave and get you sleeping through the nights. But you got to be consistent with it. So that all my clients, I'm like, listen, you got to do these sessions on a regular, like every night, so that you're seeing rest, so that you see the results. And you just got to create this new routine. You really have to have an open mindset where you're like, okay, I got to go to bed earlier, maybe an hour earlier. You got to stop eating too late because when you eat too late, your digestive system kind of interferes with your sleep at night. You got to cut off your phone. That blue light is not good. Watching TV at night is not good. It keeps your brain on. So just being aware of those things and starting to cut those things out will help you sleep through the night. And you can do it.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Dr. Banks, about the eating. A lot of people are late night snack eaters and drinkers and stuff like that. And that does affect your sleep, especially the sugar rush or caffeine.
Yes.
But I know Dr. Mantell has a question, but I just have one thing. What about naps during the day? Like, is that something you promote? A lot of people do take naps.
Yeah, you can take a nap during the day because you want to reboost your brain. And most times around 2 p.m. in the afternoon, our body gets tired. Our temperature drops. So most of us are groggy. We either drink a cup of coffee or we zone out or we push through it. So taking a nap is good if you can do it and not be tired once you get up, or you do a brain tap session at lunchtime and take a little power nap and then keep moving.
JC, I want to point something out. JC, I want to point something out. The last thing that Dr. Banks said, the last words were, and you can do it. Mm-hmm. There's something that Dr. Banks, I'm sure, is aware of called self-efficacy. Yes. There's two basic thoughts that we need. One is everything that Dr. Banks just went through is good for me. Mm-hmm. And number two, and I can do it. You won't do anything if you don't believe it's good for you and you think I can't do it. But if you get that this is good for you, this is a woman who has spent decades of her professional life. She knows what she's talking about. And she's telling you that this is good for you and you can do it. Now, your job is to believe that and come back next week and tell us how Dr. Banks did with you.
Well, one of the things that I believe that I had to do is I got too many jobs. So
talk about a high performance leader.
It's 18 hours a day, sometimes 19 hours a day, serving in different roles, even as you saw the video as a king. Mm-hmm. But I can't get rid of any of those because they're important.
I get it.
Dr. Banks, what do you say to that?
You got to figure out how to delegate or decompress. Make sure you're taking breaks. Like in my book, I talk about every 6 weeks, you do a do nothing day where you just shut down. You don't answer an email. You don't answer a phone call. You have it could be a quiet day where you do nothing. You need to reset your brain. So you need to include these rest breaks every 6 weeks, at least every 6 weeks. And on Sundays, you could do it even sooner. Every other Sunday, you just half the day, you don't do anything. So we need to incorporate that.
I'm glad you said that. I just want to make a comment. Even, people just work.
Mm-hmm.
I work during the day. I don't want to work at night. I don't want to see a computer. I shut down. Even when people supposedly take vacations to rest, they work.
They work.
I'm like, what is the point? You're still bringing stress, and that infects your brain. So some people thrive in it, but when you look at the consequences, you're really harming yourself.
You really do. Your brain catches up.
We hear through the American College of Lifestyle Medicine these pillars that you're talking about, Dr. Banks. Some people who are listening right now are very skeptical of new modalities. How do you separate science-backed neurotech from hype?
So I always tell people to look for tools that are grounded in like plausible neuroscience. And whoever, like the practitioner that's pushing it, make sure that they know what they are talking about. And also that, it's plausible neuroscience and not magic claims. That's the first thing. And then you always want to ask, does this explain how it works on the nervous system or brain waves? You want to look for structure and guidance, not just a gadget, but a protocol or program that helps you know what to do and when. And then I would say, consider safety and ease of use. Is it comfortable, sustainable, and free of extreme or invasive claims? And the last thing I would say is make sure it fits your real life. The best tool is the one that you usually use consistently, not the fanciest one on your shelf. Right. So make sure that whoever is pushing that neural tool knows what they're talking about. Like I've created protocols based on the app. Like BrainTap has not provided these protocols. I've created these protocols based on my expertise to get people results. So just make sure who you're talking to, you get the information that you need.
Let me ask you, so a person in another state, and if they wanted to reach out to you with your app and all of that, how would they have? Is that an in-person interview, or that's something that can be conducted online? And I think we got 1 minute before the break.
Okay. So I recently have changed to virtual. So I do have customers in different states right now, which is awesome. So I do have an online program called the Elite Sleep Reset Program. And that is where I can monitor how you're doing. I do check-ins. We see how well you're doing with your sleep. And it's been working out pretty well. I guess we can get more into it after the break.
Yeah, so we're going to take a station break. But when we come back, the link is what you think is what we're going to start off with. And I tell you what, we're going to dive even deeper into Dr. Banks' theory. So if you want to record the conversation out, a couple of ways. Primary right now, just pick up the phone down 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. My producers in California and in Dallas will pick you. Will answer the phone and put you to It's Your Life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
There's much truth.
It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Yeah. Come on.
hello. Welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you, thoroughly enjoying this conversation. Dr. Michael Mantel, we got to have her back on again, man. We have
Absolutely.
not even going
20
to get half
pages.
the
I got 20 pages of questions here. Come on. We got
we,
Dr.
we,
Banks, you got to promise to come back.
Yes, absolutely.
One of the things I want to talk about before we get into the link is what you think is Africa, as you already know, Agona Kukasawa Kingdom. I'm one of the sub kings there, and the ambassador of all of Central Africa. And you know what excites me this time is my wife has been avoiding going there where she's going to be crowned queen. She will be crowned queen in February, actually February the 14th.
Wow.
I did not tell you that, Dr. Mike.
Day before my birthday.
She will be crowned queen.
That's awesome.
And it's a lot of responsibilities, but it's doing a lot of great things. What we did was partner with the country, the J.C. Cooley Foundation, all the things that we're doing to help solve literacy and also bring any help that we can to a country. Our kingdom is 80 to 100,000.
Wow.
And it's an absolute honor to be part of that. And we're going to talk about that a whole lot more after that. But as we got about 7 minutes left in the show, but as we always do, the link is what you think. And that's Dr. Michael Mann. Dr. Michael Mann, can you tell our viewers, we do this every week, the link is what you think.
So, I wrote the book, The Link is What You Think. I also wrote the original 1988 version of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. P.S. It's all small stuff. And to help you live better, to help you disturb yourself less, I'm going to share 5 things I randomly chose. This is on page 190. And the topic is watch how you transform. Number 1, forget your age and live your life and watch how you transform yourself. Number 2, treat information like oxygen and watch how you transform yourself. Number 3, grow your focus and your awareness and watch how you transform yourself. Number 4, think much bigger than you've been doing and watch how you transform yourself. And here's a big one. Talk more nicely to yourself about yourself and watch how you transform yourself. And remember, the real link is what you think. If any of these 5 points sparked even one new way to live better, then mission accomplished. Stay kind. Don't sweat the small stuff. The next mindset shift that you make is just one thought away.
Wow. I love that segment because randomly he turned to a page not knowing, but I think this fits into what we talking about. The link is what you think. Just like Dr. Banks, you had mentioned to me, you change your mindset as it relates to sleep. Dr. Mike, we got 5 minutes left in the show.
A couple of questions. We're going to drill down to something practical. What's one small practice that our listeners, your new fan club, can do in 30 seconds to reset their nervous system?
Just take a few deep breaths. Just in through your nose for 4 seconds and breathe out for 4 seconds. That will immediately calm your nervous system down. Then and there.
And it really works. Great.
Thank
you. Okay, so now people are running between meetings. JC's got 18 hours of work with all kinds of things he's doing, this and that. If someone only has 5 minutes between a meeting, what's the highest yield rest strategy that pops into your mind?
I would say just go to a quiet place and just meditate. Just leave where you are and just give yourself 5 minutes to just think about, not even think, just be with yourself. That's it.
Great idea. I work with a lot of physicians as clients of mine, and I tell them when you go into the room with the patient and you close the door behind you, just take a step back and let the doorknob hit you in the back. Just to remind yourself, you're there not for yourself, but for them. Okay. Now your book, which I love, you have many exercises and brain prompts in the book. What's one thing you might recommend that everyone listening try tonight?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I have a bunch in there. I would say trying to pick which one I'm thinking. I know the first one I talked about was like calibrate or pause. That might be a good one. You pinpoint what's going on, you audit it, you undo it, you schedule stillness, and you exit the loop.
There you go. So that's something people can do right tonight. Everyone can just do those
pause.
things. Pause, take a breath, right?
Yes.
The moment. What does rest as identity, you write about that, mean to you in the book?
Rest is more of a neurologic reset. It's not just, not being lazy, but it's really a neurologic reset. We, as a society, think that, we have to push through and we have to do these things and we can't rest. But no, rest is a neurologic reset. We need to rest so that we can accomplish those things that we need to do.
Wow. We're down to about the last minute and a half of the show. How can people get in touch with you, not just for your book, but also enlist your services? Because this is such a great discussion that we're having. Plus, I meant what I said about you returning to the show.
Thank you. You can definitely be reached by my website, which is www.neurobrainwellness.com. And you can book a consultation there, and it's a virtual consultation. And I just get to know who you are, what your problem is that you need, and we get started from there.
I might have to follow up on that one, Doc, just to get the initial consultation.
I think you got a new patient.
But I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on, especially 360 Degree Health, because we always try to enlighten, teach, and educate our viewers all around the world. So thank you. I'd like to thank Dr. Michael Mantia, always my great friend, for bringing these absolutely fantastic guests on. I'd like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for putting together another absolutely outstanding show. I'd like to thank my producers in San Diego and in Dallas. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my viewers all around the world for tuning into the James Cooley Show. It's your life. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. It's your life. And we'll see you then.
It's your life.